Welcome back to Lost Legacies, a special episode of Lost Legacies. We're here with me, as always, Matt, as well as Sam, as well as Dad. Welcome back. First time this year.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Man, 100 episodes. That's why we're here.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Dun, 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 dun.
So a lot of people are saying that's when they really start getting good at podcasting. So I know the McElroys, because I've read their podcasting book. They're saying that their first 100 are pretty much unlistenable.
Oh, wow.
Wow, so I think we're doing okay.
I think we're doing good.
I kind of feel that way about like the first 2 seasons of Lost, because we were kind of just recapping stuff, and I don't know. I think there might be some good stuff in there though, but
yeah,
I don't know. I think we're doing okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we've hit our stride. You know, I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah, I think so.
You got the fatherly approval, so have at it, lads.
There you go. That's all we needed.
Yeah, that's all that matters. We're obviously not talking about Lost today. We're going to be talking about what's really important: ourselves.
Oh.
So I had purchased this game. I guess I won't say what it's called because we're not actually using it. And it's supposed to be they have like different ones for like it's basically like questions you ask either your partner in relationship or a sibling or coworker or strangers. Like they have all these different versions. I got one that said amusing edition. I was like, okay, that seems like fun. Maybe we'll do that for the 100th, you know? Get to know each other really well. There's nothing really amusing about these questions. Based on how I act, explain who you think I idolize. What's funny about that?
Huh.
You know? So we ended up not doing that. Yeah, these are like really deep questions here. But I do have them on standby in case we run out of time and or questions, because we basically made questions about ourselves, trivia questions, and we're going to find out which one of us knows each of us better. In fact, I'm going to keep score.
Oh, is that the name of the game?
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Golly. This is a lot of pressure.
I know.
The 100th and the last Lost Legacies episode.
Well,
oh man, wait, is this how I find out we're canceled? I'm just getting notes from the studio, fellas. They're pulling the plug as of right now. I've locked the doors. Don't worry. If you hear any banging sounds, that's not the studio execs trying to get in and stopping us. So,
all right, so here we go. Let's see who's the better family member. I don't know. Is this how we win?
Oh man.
This is how we know. This is how we know.
Okay, who wants to go first? Wow. Okay, I guess I'm going to go first.
Okay.
And we'll go I'll go clockwise according to my screen. So, I'm going to go first. And just easy. We'll start easy peasy. What is my favorite movie?
Oh, at what age?
Currently.
That's a good one.
And there's no multiple choice, so whoever says it first gets the point.
It's the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
No.
Interesting.
I was going to say R.
Both are very good attempts and wrong.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
My favorite movie is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, guys.
Oh,
a good family film, a good dad and lad film.
Yes.
I will say Lord of the Rings as a trilogy would be like number 2. So I'll give Sam half a point.
What about me? I could have.
It might be in my top 10, But okay, you want 0.1 of a point?
Oh, fine.
All
Oh,
right,
don't
Dad.
start doing fractions. Don't start
Get
doing,
0.1. This is going to
yeah,
determine that's how
1/8 of a
close
point.
this game is going to be.
Oh,
Fractions.
Oh,
man.
jeez.
I have
Man.
confidence and faith in us, guys.
Okay.
We love each other so much. That's how close it's going to be to a tie. All right, Sam, it's your turn.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm not as much of a stickler for, only one answer. There are a specific few that I am looking for. The question is, what were some of the movies I watched the most as a kid?
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to say the Muppet movie.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Can I do multiple? Like,
no, wait. Don't cut me off.
Well, let Dad let
Okay,
Dad answer,
all right,
and
all
then
right.
Okay.
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
we're taking turns now. All right, go.
Well, okay. I'm gonna say the Batman movies, the animated series Batman movies, like Mask of the Phantasm.
Okay. Okay. All right. Neither one of those were on the answer choices that I had, but both of them are correct. Look, I was thinking about in my head, it's like, yeah, okay, yes, like Muppet movie, Mask of the Phantasm. Those are two of my favorite movies. I was trying to think of like of other ones that I know I remember watching
Mm-hmm.
like on a constant repeat.
Mm-hmm.
I know I would watch
Oh.
them a lot, but for I don't know. I don't associate those two with the ones that were like just like on a constant repeat in the background. I'll say
Right.
both of y'all are technically right though. So
Mm-hmm.
but the answers I had were King Kong versus Godzilla,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
My Best Friend's Wedding,
okay.
All right, I can see that one.
Grease.
Yeah, that's the one I should have went with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have known. Yeah.
Lion King, Aladdin, Star Trek, but specifically The Voyage Home.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, the Disney version, and Lost in Space.
Damn. That was like 10 opportunities, Dad.
Wow.
And we didn't get any of them.
Blew it. We blew it.
To be fair, I think I maybe made it a little tricky on purpose.
That's tricky for a trivia question.
That is tricky for a trivia question. Well, you were over here being like, who knows who the best, who's the better family member, and I'm like, well, okay, here.
And obviously none of us, because I don't think a single one of us have earned a single point yet.
Wow. I feel the greater shame because I'm the father. Oh man, the bar is set obviously way too high for this man.
Okay, I guess Sam, the question is, are you rewarding some kind of points for this? It has to be less than a single point because we didn't get it right.
I'll half a point for each of you.
For each of us. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
We're technically correct. My wording and rationale behind notwithstanding. Yeah.
Okay. Dad, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try and keep this one in the movie category. Of the two Alamo movies, which one do I favor?
Ooh.
John Wayne?
Okay, right. There's the John Wayne one, and then there's the Billy Bob Thornton one. Of the two.
That's my answer, John Wayne.
Okay, Sam?
Dang. Yeah, sure. It's the other one.
Billy Bob Thornton?
Yeah.
The newer one.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's not fair. You see, now I have to slap one of my sons. Okay.
That's why I said it's whoever says
here.
it first.
Okay. All right. Well, since Matt said it first, Matt's right.
Yes.
It's the
All right, Matt.
And that's only really because that was my That was like the first movie that I could really bring into context to where I live.
Mm.
Because we'd gone to the Alamo as a little, school field trips, and as a little kid, third, fourth grade, whatever it was. It's like, hey, and then you see it on the big screen. It's like, oh, awesomeness. So
I wonder because like it's still there. One, the Alamo's still there, but the movie Alamo's still there as well.
yes, in Bracketville.
I want to go. I want to go check it out. Do you think is it to scale? Like, are they the same size?
I think so. Yeah.
Interesting.
Of course, now they don't have all the walls, like the exterior walls of the Alamo.
Right.
I mean, that would just be huge, But the replica of the Alamo itself and some of the side buildings that aren't necessarily accurate, they're still there.
Yeah. Nice. I want to go check it out. Where? Bracketville?
Bracketville, yeah.
Never heard of it till now. All right. All right. Now we're getting a little more tricky. Again, first one to answer gets the point. What is my favorite Springsteen song?
Jungle Land.
No, Thunder Road.
No. Wait, can we say other ones?
Yeah, you're both wrong so far.
Kings.
I'm on fire.
There you go.
Oh.
Sam's in the game.
Yes, I'm on the board.
All of those were in my top 5 probably, but
okay.
I'm on fire.
All right.
Thunder Road, Jungle Land for sure. The live version of Downbound Train when he's playing it like on that little organ.
Ooh,
oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just haunting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah.
Okay,
I'm on fire.
Put down a big fat 0 for the old man here.
And I always remember watching the music video and just really liking it, really liking the song. And then I grew up and I figured out what it's about.
Yeah.
This is a family podcast.
That's right. That's right. We don't speak of those things.
We're talking
polite
about sex.
company.
All right, Sam, your turn.
Okay. Yeah, so like Matt said, I guess whoever answers this first gets the point. What was my favorite publication growing up? Like my favorite magazine.
Oh, magazine. Okay, I don't know if this is a magazine, but it's that like that Goosebumps series.
No, that's a book series.
I was gonna say Disney Adventures.
That's a deep cut. That is a deep cut. No, that is wrong.
Oh God.
Okay. What was
magazine?
that one? Starlog. You remember that one?
I do remember Starlog. That was a little before my time, but yeah,
okay.
that's a good one.
Oh man. It's a publication, a magazine.
You got 10 more seconds.
Oh man, no. I don't know.
Yeah.
5, 4.
Wait,
I don't know.
Wizards.
There
is that
you
what's
go,
called?
Matt.
Wizards Comics.
There you go. Wizard Magazine.
Wizard Magazine.
Wizard Magazine.
I remember that.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Wow.
Listeners, Wizard Magazine was a publication that came out, I don't know, this is like 80s, 90s maybe. Real kind of like, I don't know, kind of like punk rock roots. It's like, yeah, we're all a bunch of nerds getting together writing about comics, and that kind of took off and it became its own thing and it became a huge staple in the industry. It was a little hit or miss, but yeah, the first one I saw was at HEB. It had Spider-Man from the 2002 movie on it, and I begged Mom. It was at HEB, and I begged Mom to buy it, and she bought it for me. And then from then on, she told me that if I wanted any more of those, I had to pay for it with my own money, and I did. and I still have them somewhere in my apartment right now.
Did you ever get a subscription to it?
No, I didn't
No?
know. I didn't know how subscriptions worked.
Yeah.
And very much like right now, I don't want to know how subscriptions work because they're too addicting, and I don't need it. I don't need it.
Yeah. Are
good
magazine
one.
subscriptions still a thing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Really? Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, we get
It's
stuff
like-
for Sam here at the house all the time.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
these years later. And I remember like you were getting Sports Illustrated for some reason. I'm like, Sam doesn't read this.
I don't. Somebody signed me up for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Nanny. Nanny signed you up
Oh
for
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's right. I think
Golf
she-
magazines and stuff.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, I
Oh, that's
remember that.
right.
Yeah.
Sam played golf in what was that? Middle school?
High school.
High school.
2 years.
Sam was a golf player.
I did
Man.
not. I didn't want to go to the gym. I did not. I did not want to take gym.
Hey,
Yeah.
So that was my out.
hey, golf is a sport that you can play well into your 60s and 70s
Yeah.
as
True.
opposed to football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
Man,
All right.
that was a good one, Sam.
That was good. I don't even know if I lived in the same house with you all. Okay. All right, here's one. What job did I want very early in my life? What did I want to be when I grew up?
Ooh, I have this question as well.
Okay, first one to answer wins.
Dang it. Pilot. No, not pilot.
Astronaut.
No.
No. Oh man.
Train conductor.
That wasn't just a joke, right, Dad? You really wanted to be a train conductor?
No. Okay. It's not one of the typical boy things like a firefighter or an astronaut.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. And I will say, I'll give you some hints. I discovered this like in middle school, that this was a real paying job that I could do, that I could go to school and learn how to do.
You could go to school and learn how to do?
Mm-hmm.
Engineer?
An electrician.
Nope.
Architect.
No.
Huh.
No. Are you
Draftsman.
ready? I was a draftsman, but this was no.
A professor of hippie literature.
Okay, maybe that's
Damn.
on the list, but no, that's not it. That's not it. Okay, prepare to kick yourselves.
All right, yeah.
Are you ready? Because
Yep.
you know this. You know this answer. A disc jockey.
Dang
Ah.
Dang it.
Well, the reason I didn't say that is because I knew you were a DJ in college.
In college, yeah.
That's
KSYM
why.
radio.
Yeah,
San Antonio,
that's why
Texas. Your only alternative.
That's
Man.
why. Because he learned about it in middle school and was like, you could go to
Yes.
school for that.
Yes.
The lines have connected. Oh my gosh. Man,
0 points for that round,
who
man.
are we?
We suck.
Who is this man? Clearly, we are not his sons.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. A year and a half, 2 years. 2 years
Wow.
on KSYM,
Man.
the SAC radio station.
I wonder if they have archives of that. You know,
Oh, I
like we,
hope not.
like we
Oh,
can go
gosh,
back and
no. Burn them if they do.
no, I want to go back and
Yes.
listen to him.
Oh man, I had to
You have to
drag
rewind the tape a long time.
Nunzio, get cranking.
Oh man, I had to take my own albums in,
Whoa.
and I would play my own albums. It was awesome. Now, all those skills, all that technology that I learned in the 70s,
Mhm.
the 70s on how a radio station works does not apply. That's ancient history. Everything is now the touch of a keyboard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know. But
Dang.
But yeah, disc jockey. Live on the radio.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Okay,
All
next
right.
question.
Okay, I'm up. Here's an interesting one.
Uh-oh.
Because it does require some detail. What do I do when I feel homesick?
Besides call your father?
True, but I would usually call home, at least once a day
Yeah.
in the evenings.
This doesn't matter where, right? It's just
Yeah, just in general.
you find a Chinese restaurant, order some rice and wontons, and have a Coke.
Man,
while listening to Bruce Springsteen.
While listening to Bruce Springsteen.
Are those y'all's answers?
Yes, that's mine. Listen to Springsteen.
You're both wrong. Although I did do that in New York, I was super, super poor. And I would go order a plate of white rice, Sam.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Fried rice is too I couldn't really afford the fried rice. So I would order a plate of white rice, 2 orders of fried wontons, and a Coke. And they're like, man, talk about starch. They said, you sure you don't want anything else? No, I'm good. This place, God, I wish I remember what it was called, had the best white rice in the world. I was fine with it. I was so fine with it. But yeah, man, that was 18, 19-year-old Matt right there.
Gosh.
Jeez. What I was going to say, though, because I was going to get specific about it, but then I'm like, no, it is kind of broad and in general. I would go visit places I had been with y'all. So like in New York, I would go to that little comic book store we found that was like on top of somebody's flat.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I would go to the Home Depot in New York City because there's like one, and it's so weird because it's all indoors, and it was just wild. And I'm like,
Isn't it like on like a second or third level?
No, I mean it is like a multi-story Home Depot.
Oh,
they even have the basement.
Yeah,
it says basement, and then like 1 or 2 levels above it as well.
Wow.
So I do that, and then like in LA as well. I would go to Vaughn's because I was cooking more than ever at that time, post college. So I would buy in bulk, but then there's also always something I need. I'm like, well, I don't have enough to cook this. Okay, I'll go get some. And then I'll call Dad and usually talk and walk around Vaughn's because we always went to Vaughn's when Mom and Dad came because we had to buy groceries. Things like that. I would just like kind of retrace those footsteps. I would also, when I had free time, I would do the Hollywood Boulevard, stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I do feel like I should. I just saw this video I had to send to my LA friends, and it said the 5 places I take you in LA if I hate you. One of them was Hollywood Boulevard. I was like, yeah, but it's such like a touristy thing. I feel like you have to do it, if you're coming to visit.
You know what? You got to do it at least once.
At least once.
Yeah.
But I would go multiple times because I enjoyed it. I love that touristy stuff. I love the Hollywood Boulevard. Smell like pee and broken dreams. But I enjoyed it. And that's where they still had the candy store over there. That really cool candy store.
Oh, it's not there anymore?
No, it's not there anymore.
Oh,
no. Forgot what it was called.
Well, that's it. I'm not going back.
Yeah, I know. There you go. All right. 0 points.
All right. Sam.
All right. This is probably going to be another 0-pointer because I specifically don't remember if I've told y'all about this, but I feel like I've talked about it.
Okay.
I feel like I have. So here's the question. We're going to preface this. Did you know that I was plagued by nightmares during most of the 3 months between 5th grade and 6th grade?
No.
Okay, well now you know. what was the source of those nightmares?
Oh wow!
Oh,
Between 5th and 6th grade.
Mhm.
I don't know. Your
You know, I'm
cousins jumping out at you.
oh, oof. I'm gonna have.
No, I think
I'm gonna
it would
rewrite
be.
my answer.
It's gonna have to do with a movie,
Oh,
but I don't know which one.
So I will say, around that time, we were all watching that was still the time like we would like watch stuff together. Mom or dad would find something in like the newspaper and say like, oh, like this sounds interesting, we should watch that later. This was one of those things that we like saw on TV.
Together.
Oh man. And
I
it
don't know.
traumatized you.
And
Mhm.
Sam is such a fan of horror movies. Like I don't know what would have scared him and
Not
at what
at
age.
the time. Not at the time.
He was a boy.
It was a boy. It was just a
Man.
boy.
Just a boy.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I feel like we're meeting each other for the first time.
I'm disappointed in my parenting skills.
All right, well, I don't know. What's the answer?
Okay, the answer. I'm sorry for making that one kind of, but I couldn't
Hey,
think of
you're
anything
not the
else.
only one.
I couldn't think of anything else. I was like, oh yeah, sure. The answer is AFI's 100 movie heroes and villains list. It was like a 2-hour program that they had. We watched it. I don't remember if it was like the day before the last day of elementary school for me, or if it was the last day. So, emotions are already kicking up already. It's the first time I, as a child, am having to say goodbye to people that I potentially will never see again. And I couldn't fathom that. That was really weird. So I had a lot of emotions inside. And then of course I was scared about middle school, whole other school, blah, blah, blah. We watched this whole list of things, and I'm a kid. They're showing scary stuff. They show Bruce, from Jaws, and I'm, hiding behind the couch and stuff. And Dad's tapping me and saying like, "Okay, it's over. You can watch again." I'm like, "Okay." But this was I don't know if we caught it in time or what, but it was the segment about A Clockwork Orange. And they showed they showed, because they're talking about the movie, the heroes and villains that made the movies, and there's one of the guys from Clockwork Orange, and they like showed the opening bit where he and the guys like go into that person's house and they start beating him up, and they're doing the Singing in the Rain thing. I think they paralleled it with like Gene Kelly and Singing in the Rain, and then the bad guy in Clockwork Orange doing Singing in the Rain. I think they paralleled that. Maybe I made that up. But I had such a reaction to that I was scared the rest of the night. But I didn't want to stop watching with y'all because I love spending time with y'all. Because then I'd just be in the bedroom. You say like, "Well, it's time for Sam to go to bed," and then I'd just be sitting there in the dark, being like, "Eh." So I'm like, we're gonna keep going. Like, we'll figure this out later. So yeah, but yeah, I had I did have nightmares for it. I exaggerated. It wasn't the whole 3 months, but it was like the first
off and on.
It was like the first week for sure that I remember waking up and being like, whoa, like that, like this is scary. And then after, forgot about it, started thinking about other things, blah, 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 and then forgot it. But I always remembered that time in my head. So yeah. Oh, and then speaking of professor of hippie literature, that was a class I actually took at UTSA, and they had us watch that movie.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so I had to watch that movie on my own, and yeah, sure, it's a fine movie. It's a very well made movie. I'm never watching it again.
Yeah. Damn. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Man. You learn something new every day about each other.
Golly. Well, I'm sorry, kiddo. All right.
That's okay, Pop. No points.
No points. No
All right,
points
Dad.
for me. Golly. I forgot my questions now. Sheesh, after all the trauma and
You
everything.
didn't write them down?
Please write them
Dad,
down.
yes, write them down. Do you have more than 3?
I think so.
You needed to write them down.
You need a list. You need to make
need
a list.
You need a list. The
My
grocery
life
principle
revolves around lists.
Oh gosh, yeah, mine too. That's why I didn't do it. Lists and spreadsheets.
Mm-hmm.
That's my life. Okay, I got a question for you. How much older am I than my little brother, your Uncle John?
Oh, wow.
7 years.
What?
7 years.
No.
8 years.
No.
10 years?
No.
9 years.
No.
Dang it. 11.
No.
5?
Up or down?
Down.
5 years?
6 years.
What was that?
5?
6.
6?
Yes.
6.
Oh, Sam got it.
6.
All
Yes.
right.
Yeah, but you can't give him the whole point.
No, I earned that point. I earned that point.
You want to give him half a point?
0.75.
Oh, jeez.
I know we're known far and wide for our mathematical skills here.
It doesn't matter because I don't think any one of us is getting like 3 points in this game.
I don't think any of us is going to win.
We all
a bunch of
win because
losers.
we're all learning about each other for the first time together.
Together, yeah.
We all lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez. All right.
We all have had injuries through our life.
Oh God.
Some minor, some major. Some that have changed our bodies forever. When I was, I don't know, early 20s, I think. Well, let's just say I've hurt myself several times rock climbing. Both wrists, both elbows, both knees, ankles, everything. If it could be hurt, it was hurt. But one injury in particular, my left knee, rock climbing somewhere I shouldn't have been rock climbing, and I hurt my knee. The question is, and that's the knee I feel when the weather changes. The question is, how high off the ground was I when I fell?
Mom, if you're listening to the podcast, turn it off now.
Turn it off now.
Turn it off
well,
now.
First of all, it was too high. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh, I'm scared myself.
I'm glad you didn't ask where because I completely forgot.
Right,
how high was the question?
How high was I?
I'm gonna
in terms of elevation or on the recreational substances?
Shut up, Sam. Make a guess.
All right.
Your father is listening, okay?
Dad said 15 feet. Sam, what do you say?
Oh gosh. I'm gonna say 35.
My stomach
35 feet.
Oh my gosh. That's over 3 stories.
I can't believe
and he hurt himself that badly.
I can't believe how off you guys are. I'm pretty sure I've told this story before.
Were you 5 feet off the ground?
My feet were probably about 3 to 4 feet off the ground. Now,
I wanted you to seem cooler.
I'm almost 6 feet tall, so I could go by like my hands or my head. So I guess you could say around 9 or 10 feet.
But that's if you like totally flipped around and went
that's if I was hanging. Yeah.
Wow. That's it. That's if we're taking the length of you, arms spread into consideration. Like, wow.
No, I've been climbing. It was me and Aaron, my buddy Aaron from high school.
Aaron. Hi, Aaron.
Yeah. I think this is one of the last times I saw him too. We were climbing. We were there for hours doing all this crazy stuff. And there was this really cool wall. It wasn't that high. So the climb was horizontal. We were climbing sideways. Which was really cool, and it had its own unique sets of challenges. But there's this one part I had done it like 3 or 4 times already, jumped on to do it again, and like it was kind of like convex, right? It's like the wall kind of sticks out. and
Yeah.
I kind of just wrapped around it. My feet were only 3 to 4 feet off the ground, but like the rock kind of crumbled, and it's not even high enough to say I fell. It's like I stepped back, and my foot like went straight through like gravel. Like so like the ground wasn't solid there, and like sucked in my leg, and it like destroyed everything between my knee bones. Like, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Gosh.
And it was along the side of the road, so I just told Aaron just to drive up because there's no way I was going to be like limping all the way to the car.
Oh gosh.
And you never had it. You never had it operated on.
I don't remember what they did. Again, I've hurt my legs so many times. I forget which was what. I don't remember what they did with the knee. I know like several years later in college, they just pumped it full of that cortisone stuff. And they said like you'll either need it constantly or never again. And I haven't needed it since, but it still acts up. But I don't remember what they did with it. But I didn't have a cane or crutch, so I was using a baseball bat to limp around for a few weeks.
I remember that.
You remember this?
I remember that. Yeah.
There I am walking around with a baseball bat.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, wow, if he's not limping, he might look kind of terrifying. Yeah.
Wow.
I remember you coming home and all you said was, I hurt my knee.
Yeah.
And it was very calm, there was like no emotion and everything. And I just kind of looked at how you walked, and all I was thinking was, oh crap.
I think you and Aaron, like y'all had to help y'all didn't carry me, but y'all helped like drag me in, basically.
Man.
Oh man.
And well, believe it or not, that soft gravel is what did me in. I didn't have to step back. I didn't have to fall. I was playing volleyball, and it was on gravel, and I pushed off. Well, of course, the gravel gave. All I heard was a pop.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, gravel.
Gotta be careful with that
bane
gravel.
of my existence.
Hate gravel. Yeah.
Hate gravel.
So, you were both wrong. Dad was the closest, though. He guessed 15, but it was actually 3 to 4. So I'm going to give you 0.2 of a point.
Wow. My God.
Okay. All right,
Sammy.
All right, dazzle us, Sam. Give us another one that will shock us.
That'll shock and all. Okay. Again, I feel like I've said this. I feel like we've had this conversation because I feel like this is the thing we would talk about. But what is my first memory?
I was going to use this question as well. Your first memory.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know, being terrorized by your big brother.
Oh no.
No, he loved me back then.
Oh, that's right. Okay. No, I take
and
that
I love
one
him
back.
now.
And
So there's somewhere in the middle that stopped.
There's a little bit in between. Yeah.
First memory.
I'm gonna say something music related, like mom and dad listening to music in the other room while you were doing your thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I just say that because it's one of mine, so I don't know. You're a musical guy. I figured.
I'm gonna have to go with what Matt is saying. Yeah. The house was always filled with music.
True.
You know. So I'm gonna say that.
Yeah. Okay. That is true.
But wrong.
But is it? Yeah.
But it's false. No. You're both wrong. You don't know me at all. I mean, so I don't remember music being associated with this. There could have been, but Matt's a little bit closer where it's like I'm off doing my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
My very first memory is me, I guess, crawling into mom and dad's bedroom from the living room. Y'all have that door. The door is open. Your
Yeah.
bed used to be against the wall. Uh, uh,
The living room wall.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe I was just coming at it from an angle or something because I remember like the door being open and I could visibly see your bed. Like
Mhm.
that was what was taking up most of my vision. And it's just like I really don't know what time of day it was. I just remember it being like very like not overwhelmingly bright, but y'all had curtains in there and the sun was coming in. There's just like a very like soft sort of like amber gold light coming in, and I
Mhm.
just remember crawling from the living room into your bedroom, and yeah. And then from
Wow.
there, it like jumps to when I don't know, like we're all going to the zoo with like the cousins and the aunts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I'm like
Wow.
specifically 4. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my first memory.
Wow.
Dang, that's
God,
cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hmm. My like I remember hearing mom and dad in the other room, Fleetwood Mac playing Fleetwood Mac or something. That's why I don't know. I just kind of attribute it like Sam probably had the same thing, but no, like that's interesting. The big one that I remember vividly is hearing the Star Trek: The Next Generation theme on the TV. So I'm jumping out of bed and I gotta run to the living room to watch it with dad. And then I forget most of the episode, of course, because I fell asleep. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but now that I'm
Yeah.
an adult and watching it for the first time as an adult, I'm seeing like things that feel very familiar, and I have to question like, do I remember this? That's wild.
Probably.
I think I am, but from so long ago, like
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy.
So when Next Gen premiered,
Mm-hmm.
Matt was less than a year old.
Mm-hmm.
We were not in this house, we were in the duplex. When it premiered, I remember holding little tiny Matt in my arms, and it came on after the 10 o'clock news. So it started at 10:30 on a Saturday, and I would hold him.
Saturday nights used to be like big TV nights.
Big
right?
TV nights.
These
Yeah.
are the events.
Yeah. And
Wow.
it's like, okay, so I don't know how many years it went, but once we moved into this house and now Matt's a toddler and all that kind of stuff, he could jump out of bed and come on over.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That's wild.
Wow.
Thank you, Patrick Stewart.
Yep.
Mom, Dad, and Patrick Stewart. Okay, Sam, do I get any points for that?
I'll give you a point.
Give him
You
a
can't be a
point.
full point because it was nowhere near correct.
All right, fine. You get
I think we could say 0 because I didn't even guess about the crawling stuff.
Wow.
Okay, true.
Wow.
True.
Yeah.
All right, no points.
Yeah, I don't want
Okay.
any,
You want sympathy
handouts.
points?
I want to earn my victory.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Okay,
right.
Pops.
What sport do I still dream about today?
Cross country, track and field, cross country, cross country.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I completely forgot cross country. I was just gonna say track, but yeah.
It was cross country, and in my dream, I can hear the sound of my feet on the cinder track. It's made a very specific sound
Mhm.
because it's that evil gravel, only it's different. It's much
red.
finer. It's red. It's
Mhm.
small. It turns to powder relatively easy, but
Mm.
but it makes a certain sound that other tracks don't. like the synthetic, the rubber ones and stuff.
Mhm.
It was a whole completely different sound. I will dream that I'm running on the track in high school. Oh, and
That's
it's
cool.
and it's
Oh,
awesome. It's
beautiful.
awesome when I dream it. Yeah, yeah.
It's like that scene in Avatar, Sam, where he first gets the Avatar body and he just starts
What?
running.
Don't
That's
don't
what Dad's
equate
dreams are like.
don't equate our dad's
It's a
beautiful
Jim Cameron
dreams
movie.
to a lackluster affair. Okay.
Okay, we'll say it's like Arcane when Victor is testing out like his new legs and he starts running and like the brace breaks off. Does the brace break off? No, he has the cane. Yeah, he drops the cane, the brace kind of breaks off, and he's running, and you see the ships in the back, very like Rocky when he's running on the pier. That's Dad's dreams.
That's true. That's more like your dream, Dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Wow.
No, it's nothing like my dream.
Is it like what was the movie? The track?
Chariots of Fire?
Chariots of Fire. Is it like that? Slow motion?
No,
Oh.
no, I don't dream in slow motion either.
Okay. Well, I tried to, level with you, but okay.
Yeah. and I can safely say I never ran on the beach at sunset, okay? In my track outfit. All right.
Yeah.
Never,
man.
never, no.
Okay. Next question. There will be multiple choice for this one. So,
All right.
Oh, I always do better on that.
I used to work Barnes and Noble for a very long time.
Uh-huh.
I was lucky enough to work events while I was living in LA. So big Hollywood events with Barnes and Noble, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. However, the question is, which Barnes and Noble event did I enjoy working the least?
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Was it A, Carly Rae Jepsen, B, Evangeline Lilly, C, Lindsey Sterling, or D, Zendaya?
Oh. The least. What was the first one you said?
Carly Rae Jepsen, Evangeline Lilly, Lindsey Sterling, or Zendaya?
I'm going to go with the first one.
Carly Rae Jepsen? Okay.
Yeah.
Sam?
I'm gonna go with Zendaya.
Interesting. Sam is correct.
Oh, he gets a whole point.
I get a whole point. I got a whole point last time too.
I know. Sam's pulling. He's winning Chariots of Fire. So this was back in, God, what, at least 10 years ago? Ish. 9 or 10 years ago. Zendaya was still like, I think in her Disney days.
Okay.
And she had an album or something in there doing like a release party and blah, blah, blah. And she canceled like 40 minutes before it was supposed to begin.
Oh no.
So technically, I never really worked the Zendaya event, but everyone was there. And man, people were pissed. Little girls' hearts were broken. I resented her for a while because that night sucked. But now she's like, she's doing Spider-Man and all this other stuff, and I'm like, you know what? She seems pretty cool. Because I know she listens to this. Z, I forgive you. Now, my new least favorite event to work was the Jenner sisters, Kendall and Kylie.
Oh.
They supposedly wrote a book, showed up for a book signing. Crowded, huge amounts of fans. Showed up for 30 minutes and left.
Wow. Did they talk?
No, it's just book signing.
So they signed for 30 minutes and then
took off.
Wow.
No interaction with the people, the fans?
The outside few who went through the line in 30 minutes, but
man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
And lost Legacies. Matt's dropping the T. Yeah. But the opposite, probably the best ones was Jim Carrey, because he was supposed to have a 2-hour event and he stayed for like it's somewhere between 4 and 6 hours.
Wow.
He took a 30-minute lunch, but he went back and like he wanted to meet and talk with every single person in line. And I'm like, Just fills me with
Man.
hope, you know?
Mhm.
So,
Wow.
yeah. If Matt's going to drop some gossip, he's also going to drop some good news as well. So there you
All
go.
right. Oh, there you go.
Sam gets the point.
All right. Way to go, Sam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming on
So
through.
we only have time for a few more questions, guys. So,
Well, that's good because this is my last one.
ooh.
Oh,
My last one.
Okay.
This should be relatively easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not batting 1,000 here. Okay. So we'll decide if it's easy.
Fair. But I feel like this is a huge enough part of my identity that, should be fine. What profession did I want to be when I was younger?
Oh man, it had to do with bats. You wanted to be like a bat scientist, Dr. Bat.
Dr. Bat. I like that. What
Yeah.
is that called? Batologist?
I meant to look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now, but Dad is right.
1 point for Dad. That's
Oh,
Dad's
Dad.
first point tonight.
Oh man, I am a father.
Let's see. But oh boy. It's like chiropractorologist. Oh, I didn't mean to type this, but I did find the salary for what a bat scientist makes
Oh.
as high as 151,000 annually and as low as 19,000.
Well, you got to
you gotta
start
work your way
somewhere.
up the ladder,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You start as a Bat Boy and you end up with Batman. No, I'm sorry. You end at Bat Doctor.
There you go.
Thank you. Batman
you.
is my father.
That's Mr. Batman to you.
That's Mr. Batman to you. Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. There
Well,
you go, Dad.
Okay,
Well,
Pops.
I wouldn't be a good father if I didn't say there's still time, Sam.
That's true. That's
there
true.
you go.
Oh,
You're
don't get me started. Don't get me started on when I told Mom I wanted to be a comic book store owner. Oh,
oh my!
I will
gosh.
unpack that
so
in
he
therapy
doesn't like
later.
money.
He never wants to eat.
All right, Pops. What's your last question?
Oh man. Okay. All right. I know I've talked about this before. I have driven several vehicles in my life, but I've owned several vehicles in my life. Which vehicle was the coolest one I ever had?
I should know this.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say it's a car.
Okay.
Famously, I don't remember cars. I'm not a car guy.
A Mustang?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I knew it was like a classic muscle, and I'm like, I couldn't remember what though.
Mm-hmm.
Even though at least as long as I've known you, you've always been a Chevy guy.
Yeah.
That's why I was a little nervous, but
See, I thought it was a trick question. I thought I was just gonna say blue.
Oh,
little truck.
My truck, blue.
Your little blue truck.
I cried when we had to give her up.
I know.
yeah.
I drove a 71 Mustang Coupe.
That's right. Mustang Coupe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've posted that picture. Well, it's not the actual car, but a picture of that model on Facebook before. And saying, hey, I remember driving this, and oh, it was cool. The inside was called the Pony Package. Everywhere that they could put the little Mustang horse, the little symbol, it was on there. It was on the gear shifter. It was on the steering wheel, the center of it. It was on the original floor mats, and on some models it was like it wasn't embroidered, but it was printed on the seats, on the back of the seats. Was the horse, Yep.
Wow.
Dang.
What happened to it?
Oh, It's a horrible story.
Yeah.
Imagine a South Texas rain.
Oh
no.
It is just finished. I'm on my way to, I was going to SAC. So it was mid-morning, right? I never took an early class, by the way. I'm pulling up at an intersection, and there's about 3 or 4 cars in front of me. Well, I'm slowing down. As I'm slowing down, I look in the rearview mirror, and there is a car moving faster than is legally allowed anywhere, much less on wet streets.
Oh no.
She never had a chance. Slammed. Oh, and by the way, it was a little red Volkswagen. It was moving. Slammed into the back of my car and threw me under the car in front of me.
Ooh.
Hit so hard that it bent the frame of my Mustang.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the little bug, dang, it took a hit, but there was like nothing in the front, you know? It was all, you know, the engine's in the back, right? Well, it just ate everything up to the wall, you know, like to the dashboard. It just chewed everything up.
Gee, that was a hurt for her.
Oh yeah. She was banged up pretty good.
How banged up were you?
I hurt for a few days, but I think when I saw what was going to happen, I just kind of let myself go. I didn't tense up. I just kind of let out a breath, and boom.
Ragdoll yourself.
But I couldn't get out of the car.
Oh man.
Geez.
I had to, the doors wouldn't open. I had to crawl out the window.
The back window or?
No, there was the passenger side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
dang.
I had to crawl out. Yeah. And that was, oh man, broke my heart that day.
Yeah. That sucks. Well, I'm going to end it with a more happy note. And I'm going to bring up my last question. So I'll give both of you a chance for one more point. This is a bit of a controversial topic in this household.
Uh-oh.
See who remembers it and who remembers it fast. What food did I learn to eat in a foreign country?
Oreos and mustard.
Oh, dang it.
That's right.
And you learned it. Do I get extra credit for naming the country?
Sure.
Mexico.
There you go. I'll give you half a point for that.
All right, fair enough.
That's right.
Was this Big Bend?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
In high school, I got to go, and that's a whole other story because that was an experience itself. Someone who was not in science club, conned my way into like a science camp, which actually turned out to be a camp for like at-risk teens.
My brother, famously not a scientist and not at risk.
No, and they took us whitewater rafting. Well, you know, as much as it can get on the Rio Grande, like it wasn't that bad, but it was cool. Like I loved it. That was the highlight of the week. But it's on the Rio Grande, and we had lunch on the Mexico side. And all the guides were like these real like hippie guys, like, hey man, they're like, yeah, you want to try this, like a good little snack? And they pull out Oreos and they're like, you just want a little dab. And they just dab a little mustard on their pinky, spread it across the top side of the Oreo, eat it. And you know what? It's not bad.
That is.
It's almost like, you know when you mix food and no, this doesn't taste good? Or when you mix food and like it does taste good? It's neither of those. It's like something about the Oreo and the mustard. It's like you're tasting them both independently at the same time, and it's okay.
This sounds like whenever I would just get Lay's potato chips and put one pickle slice on top of it, and then I would eat it. That's exactly what it is. It's not combining any flavors. I'm literally just eating a potato chip and a pickle slice, and that's it.
It tastes like both at the same time, but it doesn't taste like they're mixing in any way.
But I don't want it. But the difference is I want to taste the potato chip and the pickle. I have nothing. I don't want mustard anywhere near my Oreos.
Yeah. I'm with Sam. I'm with Sam. Yeah.
I guess you're just not hardcore enough.
Oh man,
for Mexico.
Oh,
keep in mind, I've also never left this country except for that lunch. So my view of the outside world is pretty damn good.
But
Mexico is pretty safe. It's full of hippie white guys.
Oh man,
we're trying awesome snacks.
You do know that we
should go.
You broke international law, right?
Yeah, I know. My picture is on a FBI board somewhere.
Yeah, the federales are coming after you, man.
We're not going after this guy. He eats Oreos of mustard.
He's a real psychopath. He puts mustard on his Oreos.
No, we don't want him in our country.
Oh, that's on sight, boys.
That's El Tortuga. That would be my name. Or Sam, I did make a character. I did make a DC character on DC Online. El Tortuga de Misterioso.
The mysterious turtle.
That would be the superhero and or luchador name. But the rival cartels know me as El Tortuga. Well, y'all give me a second. I'm gonna add up these scores.
We're gonna wipe our eyes from the tears that we're crying over
here. Oh my goodness!
Oh man, man, the things I learned about my children.
Well, Dad, it was nice getting to know you for the first time in my life.
Wow.
Okay, guys, I have the results.
Okay, so of the three, who's the best family member?
Bronze, silver, gold.
This really isn't bad. In third place, it's Dad with 3.3 points.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
Second place, it is I with 3.5 points.
What?
So those decimal points really, really helped out. I knew it would. Which makes Sam the best family member on this podcast. A whopping 4.2 points.
Hey!
So in 100 episodes,
I care, and it's because
Sam cares.
That's right.
In 100 episodes, we're gonna come back and challenge him for the throne, Dad.
All right.
I'll see y'all in 2.5 years.
All right.
Oh man.
Oh, that was good.
Listeners, I hope y'all enjoyed this as much as we did. Y'all get to know us. In fact, I mean, apparently y'all know us just as well as we know each other. So thank you everyone for listening to 100 friggin' podcast episodes. I don't know, it's crazy that, we started this in a pandemic and we're still technically in a pandemic. But here we are 2.5 years later, I guess.
Yeah, they're about
almost 3 years. Yeah,
almost.
Thanks for this wild ride, and we still got more to go. We're still doing Lost. We're still got other things we want to talk about. Now that we're over 100 episodes, this is where it's really gonna get good. So, as always, you can hit us up at hashtag Lost Legacies on the Twitters. I'm at _Matt Jimenez, and I'm also on Instagram as Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Reel, that's REEL, Texas Weirdo.
And if you're looking for me, just send a message to Matt or Sam.
Send all
they know where I live.
Yeah, all your praise and love letters for Dad, send it our way.
Exactly.
We'll pass it along. Dan, welcome back. We haven't seen you since last year. So
Thank you. It's good to be back.
back in the public. The people were demanding it.
Oh,
So
man.
It's true.
have to-
I've had several people asking, when's your dad coming back on?
You're the best part of this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to get lost.
Get lost.